Yeah, let's just kick it off a minute or two early. It's oh come on, OBS, pick it up. There you go. Good job. Roman, yeah, a little early. That's all right. Welcome, welcome. How is everyone today? I have electricity, and for that I'm very thankful. Because for a while there, I did not, and oh, that was rough. Oh. All right. Let's. All right. So I don't remember what the hell we were doing last week. um, our one shot, one kill. Let me just. I want to take a look at this. What were we looking at here? Because I think we were trying to wait for some tech to unlock or something. We're probably gonna have to build a new rocket to do our capstone thing. Because I don't think this. Oh wait, no, you do have 200 units of sounding payload and an advanced biologics. Maybe we're attempting to just go ahead and go for that capstone. Ooh, didn't mean to hit that. So hey, why not? We'll let that do a thing, I suppose. The bird cage does kind of look like a bird cage. Oh, EEX, I love how you do this to me every single time. And hopefully we figured out our display stuff. Yeah, you totally don't want to be there. You want to be, yep, patink, patink, patink. There we go. We probably actually want to separate these on their own stage. All right, we'll just save edits. Mr. Mark, how's it going? See you later. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Always a pleasure. I guess the other thing we are going to start to do is test out our rocket plane. I spent a little time messing with this over the week, so let me now that's the air breathing one. JZ2 Prime load. It's missing module AGA. What? Okay. We'll just pretend that's not a thing. Ta-da! She's so pretty. I'm a fan. I usually go very F-35, so this time I decided to go more F-15-ish. We got some hints of the Su-27, hints of the F-15, a little bit of F-A-18 here in the sawtooth wing. Yeah, we should probably make this thing a different color. Make it match. Make it match. Somehow, does it really have more wing than your usual standards? It does! I believe it does. I think it glides pretty well. I think we'll give it a quick test run. I have test flown this before in my dummy save, but I just want to see. Is that really a different color? I'm gonna be real mad if I didn't paint that. I did not. Look at me go. Probably didn't. There we go, and section, blam, trailing edge, same, and then do that. Ta-da! It doesn't look too much better, but we'll run with it. I don't know. You can tell me when we get it out there. Could Crash be learning? Absolutely not. There's no room for improvement. It's all room for improvement. I'm starting at the bottom. Do I learn? No. Do I build aircraft based entirely on just what looks pretty and not what flies well? Yes, absolutely. 100%. Learning. Pish posh. Alright, so, there's a way to simulate with the airdrop. How do I do that? Is it in here somewhere? It's the hangar. Alright, landing gear is probably 50% of plane mass. Fair. Initially I had a drop tank here along the center line, kind of in between the two engine nacelles, but then realized that I really don't need it. Start simulation and click the KCT button. Alright, so I hit simulate and then hit the KCT button. Management. What am I looking for here? Am I missing a button, or is it this one? No. Do I have to hit this button and then hit the KCT button? I'm gonna wait for an answer because I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Huh? Excellent answer. All right, so do I just hit start simulate, like hit this one? That'll start the simulation. Start simulation and click the KCT button. So I guess we'll hit the KCT button when it pops up down here. So we'll be on the runway and in a relatively safe spot, right? Oh, man. I didn't check to see which engines were on this one. It should not be the... They probably are. Did you know you can simulate air launches by clicking on the Space Center Management button? Tech levels. A research queue will be available for simulation purposes. Fantastic. Alright, so I want to come over here and hit the KCT button. This is a simulation. All progress will be lost after leaving the flight scene. Okay. Ah, and here's the air launch stuff. RO Clippy, what? Whoa. I don't know what's going on, but let's start just 200 kilometers off the bow, azimuth 270, altitude from sea level 7600, velocity 150, looks good to me. Lunch, let's pull the gear up. Wow, that happened a lot faster than I thought it would. Atmospheric autopilot, master switch engaged. And then stage it. Bam. And let's get some altitude and some speed here. God, what's the ceiling on this cockpit? 30 kilometers initially? Oh, yes, very responsive. Except for my clouds being hideous, that thing is kind of pretty. Oh, I never sussed out what was wrong with my graphics settings. If it was just me or not. Alright, so I'm 100% certain we can we can go Mach 1 practically standing on our tail. Just want to see if we can get this up to 30 kilometers. Ampersand, new campaign, yes. Plane looks red, thank you. Got my, my scientific doohickeys on, yes, except for telemetry, that's being handled up here. Oh buddy, we are going spicy fast. That's what you get with 6 engines. Alright, 20 clicks up. We'll get up to 25 if we shut them down now. Let's just ease this climb. It looks like a Soviet rocket F-15. Bingo! It's exactly what I was going for. I really was tempted to name it like the FSU-1527 or 1275, something like that. Some stark combination of the two. Alright, looks like, yeah, let's just level it out up here near our operational ceiling for this cockpit. This thing is going to take so much to tool. And let's juice the throttle and see what kind of speed we can get out of this thing. Keep it level, baby. Instead of F or MIG, call it FIG. Eee, I like. Just notice the amount of engines. Yes, 6 of them. The first design had 8, but I couldn't fit them in the engine nacelles very well. So I bit the bullet and went down to 6. I was very displeased with the change. Holy shit, this thing can scoot. 1.4 kilometers per second. And climbing. 1.5? We hit 1.6? Nope. Very close to it, however. It's gotta be expensive. Yeah, probably. Air brakes. Let's see if we can't bleed some of this speed. See if we can still make a single pass onto the runway. Wouldn't that be nice to not overshoot the KSC by like 9 or 10 miles? Perhaps. Yeah, she sails. Let's just lock the brakes open. There you go. Ka-tink. Okay, so we're still going to overshoot. I don't dare try to Immelman turn this thing while moving a kilometer per second. In an area they did a lot of F-15 training flights for a while, so you've gotten to see them flying around slowly with their gear down. Oh, that's awesome. I'll say my last job was less than a mile away from the F-15 assembly line. So once or twice a week, we'd get a flight of them taking off for, validation and stuff, which was extra cool, just to hear them come off the runway and then they just tail stand and go straight up. Now, every now and again, we get a wing FA-18s also, but all right, we're supposed to be putting this thing through its paces. So let's put it through some more interesting, and it's just near an airbase. Nice. Yeah, I'll say that that place where they were taking off from was also the St. Louis International Airport, also Air National Guard station. Like, all kinds of fun things happening all the time. I'm gonna go for this runway over here. Full dive, full air brakes while slowing down. All right, now we're subsonic. Dare I pull the brakes in? I mean, we're slowing down nicely. Okay, now we're slowing down too much. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, let's lean it over. Man, this thing, it's just very nicely responsive. I can dig it. Y'all wouldn't believe the struggle I had not to put research missiles on this thing, just to see what kind of radio in stuff we'd get. Looks good, flies good. You're approaching the platonic ideal of aircraft. Alright, let's get lined up. See, I don't have a drag chute. That may have been an oversight. Boom. Ooh, okay, that did not like that. I'm gonna have to adjust the deflection on those air brakes. Oh, hey, look, they've got the cooling pool open around the runway. Yeah, we're gonna run long on this for sure. Okay. Runway is, wow. Okay, that is we don't want to air brake like that again. That's a super stall. We're gonna run out of dirt if we don't put this thing down. We already ran out of dirt. Let's just bring it in. Brakes, 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 brakes. Whoa, 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 buddy boy, buddy boy. What are we doing here? Thank goodness the lights aren't really lights, and that this is a simulation. Oh my! You wanna? Okay, a little. Whoa, dude, knock it off. All right, let's talk about spring rates, shall we? Been playing a lot of Deep Rock. Oh, dude. Hello, tailspin. Excellent. Yes. What speed does it do a 10-degree AOA? Good question. I should have been paying more attention. I'll say I haven't played in a while, but I do have Deep Rock and have a group of friends that play it sometimes on Fridays. All right, let's revert flight back to the spaceplane hangar. Mushroom! Okay, so I wonder if that's just like a balance issue or a spring rate issue. First thing, let's check our brake limit 100% on the back. That's what we want. I guess we'll drop these down a bit more, try to keep that tail slide in check. Alright, if we're pitching up, we're pitching the nose way up. With air brakes, we want to decrease the deflection of the lower, I'm thinking. So we'll go from -45 to, we'll start at -40. Mushroom, we're rich, etc. Yeah, Deep Rock is an interestingly fun game. Surface config lifting. What does that do? Oh, I didn't want standard control. I wanted flap spoiler control that deflect at 44.5. Now, if that pitches up and it's behind the center of mass, which it should be because the center of mass starts here and it's only going to move forward as we burn off fuel. So actually, I want to reduce that also. Maybe we'll tip you down to 40%. 40 degrees, not 40%. Jeez. Who am I kidding? Alright, good enough. Make front landing gear smaller so that it nose down a bit. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Is the scaler on this? Can we slide this out to like 0.9? And then retuck it in? Or maybe we'll just go to like 0.8. Just to make sure, because it looks like it's actually maintaining relatively, well, look at 0.85. Kind of, oh, come on. Give it back. There we go. Fine. Well, do. Is it? Yeah, okay. That's definitely going to give us a little bit of nose down when we land or something. It's that hitting the air brakes and that huge flare that we get was quite distressing. quite distressing. All right, let me hit save. Oh yeah, engine check. Yeah, no, these are definitely upgraded engines. So we need to make this the starting model. So everything we just did was entirely inaccurate. We're going to switch it back down to the base model XLR11s. That was those three. Now we got to do these three. Dink, and we got to make all of our tanks high pressure again. So that'll only take a few minutes. Aluminum high pressure. Thank you very much. Nope. Come on, friend. Seriously. Yeah, because that only gives us 21 seconds of run. Alright, aluminum high pressure. So we'll just step through and do all of this, and then we'll probably fly it again. All tanks, it's structural, so it's not high pressure, right? Okay, yeah, we have to go to fuselage for that. Boom. But the second iteration of this thing will be amazing. Boom. Dink. And what's our runtime? 1:59? Oh, forgot the tail cone here. Alright, now, just, I didn't have fuel anywhere else, did I? Okay, yeah, those had fuel, but we changed that. That had fuel. Did I get the main spine? I did. High pressure, you're high pressure. We started with you. You're high pressure. You're high pressure. Alright, sweet. Save. Let's give it one more quick run, and we'll see what happens, I guess. Simulate. Thanks, Nimon. Try landing at 100 meters per second. Okay. I will hit it with my best shot. Okay, and so now that I know how to do this, hit that, we move you over here, and we hit launch. We pull the gear up. We turn atmospheric autopilot on. We hit the master switch. We peg the throttle. Oh! Engine failure. Shut down engine. Not a problem. We'll just run it with 4. Really, this is more of a flight test than anything else, so why not? What contracts is it meant for? All of them. I mean, basically the rocket plane contracts, the X-plane stuff. We'll try to. I mean, this cockpit with upgrades will get us up to like what, 75 kilometers altitude. And of course, the X-planes supersonic. Not the. I know there's air-breathing ones, and I thought they were called something different. Maybe it's experimental rocket plane supersonic, and a few other things, but 6XLR11. This is crazy sound. Those are jets at first glance. Yeah, nope. It is designed, however, to we can remove these 6 engines and replace it with 2 air-breathing engines, and then swap out these cone covers for intakes, so that we can use the same airframe for everything, and hopefully only have to buy this tooling for this ridiculous machine once. Although we're gonna have to retool it if we switch it over to the non-high pressure tanks for the pump-fed XLR11, which I should have probably checked to see if we have that unlocked before I downgraded this thing a whole bunch. Multi-roll. If by roll you mean propulsion. Here's hoping, right? And yeah, even with 2 engines out, full bore, 35-something degree climb, we can still break the sound barrier. Am happy. So we'll just do something stupid. Alright, so we're going to try to do a much cleaner landing this time. SimAv suggests a touchdown speed of 100 meters per second, so that's what we're going to shoot for. I make 0 promises on my ability to actually do that. Let's level this out before we start killing people. Optimize for the role of mass production of widows. Oh, our engine balance is such that we have a hard time pitching down. Good thing I don't think we actually have a Kerbal in the cockpit. Oh, this is interesting. This is really, really fighting that. It does not want to pitch down. So let's, yep, and then clink. There it is. Now we have control back. Yeah, those 2 engines being out really kind of mucks up our thrust balance thing. So if we just limit it now just to 2 engines, yeah, it looks like we'll still punch through Mach 2, no problem. We did not hit the 1,500 meters per second we cleared last time, but to be expected. Heavier tanks and less engines. Less functioning engines. Man, apparently this thing over here is a lot heavier than we thought. Maybe it's just my perspective, because Navball says we're pretty straight and level. Alright, and if we flare now, yeah, it's still fighting us a little bit to tip the nose down. So let's flap spoiler deflect. Let's take a look and how much can we, yeah, dialing that up. So about 23 degrees seems to be the sweet spot there. But if we increase this flare, nope, wrong button. So hold on, I just want to watch those elevators tip. Oh yeah, we can go almost flat out. Oh, that's actually making it better. I want to go a little over so that I can increase the flare on these guys now. Whoop. Yeah, there we go. Can we take it all the way back to 40? Yeah, 41.5. We'll leave it there. Okay. Of course, not much airway up here. You can tell us we're, well, I guess we are shedding some speed. That's good. But yeah, we're hoping for a much more neutral angle of attack. Let's just lock these open while we do some of this stuff. And yeah, again, we're going to try to line up for the long runway here, but we're just going to try to get subsonic before we start making our dive and turn in. I really enjoy building aircraft. I mean, the flying and the contracts I'm just really bad at, but I really enjoy building them. Alright, let's start our turn in. Alright, we'll peel the brakes back just for a little bit. Ooh, that's interesting. A little bit of wobbliness there. Alright, let's keep it subsonic, friend. If you could, please. Let's not break out the windows at our place of employment just yet. Okay. Looks like it's still trying to fight us a little bit on that nose angle. Alright. Rapido. Alright. Are we kind of lined up with the runway? Maybe a little bit. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. That is a heavy fight to push that nose down. Standard. No, not standard. Oh, I already have spoiler deflect open. Let's drop you down to like 20 something just to make sure we're not gonna kill ourselves on this. But yeah, we want to. Oof. Okay. It does not like that at all. So maybe we just don't use them air brakes on approach. Just use them to arrest our supersonic approach and then try to just dial it in, because yeah, wow, bump. That's very unpleasant. Flare, 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 flare. Yeah, nope, nope, nope. But approach is where, I know, right? Like, that's why they're there, is to slow us down on approach. So I just tap them a little bit. See if we can't wrestle the nose down. Whap. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. Let's get the gear out. Let's. Yeah, we're still way too forking fast. Alright, sweetie. Nice and easy. You just got 40 more meters per second to bleed off before we try to touch you down. So let's pop it. Oh gosh. Alright, maybe none more. Skirt. Brakes, 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 brakes. Much better. Except for the whole flaring thing. But hey, it worked. We landed pretty softly. No one has died yet. I'll take it. Alright, revert back to the spaceplane hangar. And I guess, man, what to do about those air brakes? Actually, a good landing. Thank you, SimApp. I tried really, really, really hard. Alright, so... Hold on one second. Before I do anything else... Engine. So it looks like I do have the RM5 available, and we should have just stuck with that. We have this one too. That's only one ignition, so we don't want to use it. It has gimbals that we don't want. So we can actually just change all the structure back and only tool one thing once, and not have to have a high pressure fuselage on any of this. And yeah, we'll go ahead and spend the 10 grand. We know we're going to use it. So boom, there's that. Engine, boom, there's that. Looks like an LED. Big jiggly Jesus, the engine amount on that thing. Look, we like the go fast. Uh-oh, somebody back here didn't get changed out. Or did I just accidentally grab two different... Yeah, I sure did. Dummy. Okay, now then. Let's go and redo all of our fuselages yet again. Sorry to have wasted a bunch of time, but, you know, I'm having a really stupid day. Turbulence, the two tails would cause it. Supersonic speeds would be nuts. Would it? I mean, they're based on F-15, at least in, like, my eyeball. I eyeball based them off F-15, which will certainly do, well, will it do Mach 2? I don't know. No, it'll do more than Mach 1. It'll do Mach 1 standing up. Wait, that was you. Yeah, aluminum. And that was you. Aluminum. Did we do you? Aluminium. Did we do you guys? Yeah, okay. Is that... We got all of them? Gosh, gee, I hope so. Wouldn't the F-22 be a better design? Thing is unclassified cruise speed above Mach 1. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. This is just what I decided to do. What I went for this time around. Okay. Air brakes. Let's just... Yeah, let's drop them both to about 25 degrees. And hope that gives us something a little more stable to work with. -40, ha. Just pitching ideas like a drunk on the field. Gotta take to heart. No worries. I'll say, I think like the last 3 or 4 of these that I did were all very kind of somewhere between the F-22 and the F-35 looking. I just wanted to try something a little different. But I do honestly think that the F-22 is possibly one of the most beautiful planes ever made. Do I have fuel in, not the landing gear, this thing? Good. I didn't think so. But I put the, I do, dummy. Move all tanks, fill it again. So I guess we were carrying some dead weight last time. That explains some things. Anyway, save. Who wants to take a gander at how much tooling this dumbass thing is going to take? Tool all. Will cost... Oh, 15,000. That is really not that bad. Man, I was expecting 100 plus. Look at the longest lasting view here. I'm rewatching your old RP0 vids and found a comment about colonization challenge that was 4 years old. Unfortunate you started with 500,000. I know! It's just a blessing. Like, I'm so lucky. I don't have to make overly basic designs because I have just, I started with all of my daddy's money. Daddy government. Alright, yeah, it'll cost $3 grand to make. It'll take infinity time. We need to upgrade the hangar to get this thing able to do the things, and all engineers at hangar have been reassigned. Okay, good enough for me. 272 days to build one of these. Getting a lot of tooling savings because you're using 24 of the same nozzles. Daddy USAF, right? Arguably better funding than IRL NASA. Oh, not even arguably. Alright, so I think we are going to bump this one up and try for the downrange thing, or were we going to run a simulation on that and see what it would... Yeah, we're going to take the contract, run the sim. Oh, but if I take the contract, all of these goes aways, right? So it's going to be... What would be a good way for me to test if I can get to... wait a minute. Oh no, sir, this one doesn't have a downrange, does it? No, it doesn't have a downrange. Let me just actually read stuff to make sure. Launch rocket, biological capsule, advanced, 200 uses sounding payload, suborbital trajectory, and recover. No, I'm pretty sure we can knock this out once the rocket's built. We just have to get above 2,000 meters per second. And I'm pretty sure we did that last time, right? Like, we ran a test with this thing to make sure it would hit that speed. Once you launch the first satellite, then... Well, right, but I think it'll only let me take one of the contracts from those programs at a time, so to avoid double dipping all the time, right? Let me just hit simulate. Let's just give it a quick run. Let's just see what happens, right? I know this has the 200 units of sounding payload on it, and the advanced biocapsule. Alright, throttle is set to full. I think unless it states otherwise, the only thing keeping you from double dipping is your low-level mission control. Nah. Yeah, fair. We'll find out. Alright, let's give this a quick rundown. Ignition. Clamps. Bang. And Sweetie likes to poot and scoot. Let's get that angle in. Because we gotta... There's no downrange requirement. Why am I leaning in so hard? No, because it has to survive. That was the big one. It has to survive. It has to also touch 140 kilometers altitude and 2,000 meters per second. So, I don't know. I'm probably just doing this really wrong, but... we'll see. I think, aren't we only on the RD 101? Yeah, the 101. And man, the 103 is like a huge step up on this engine. Alright, let's just try to maintain here. Last 1,500 meters per second out of this. Go, baby, go. Wonder if we're gonna on the vid. Episode 8. Oh my god, wow, that was the first RA9, right? There's flame out. We'll let this coast up a bit. Let that dynamic pressure settle. Oh boy, staging here is not great. Alright, tink. Let's just go ahead and put all of these together. Let's make sure this is it's invalid situation still. All right, let's just do it. Boom, boom, boom. Very first knockoff Soyuz you made. The first one I put on YouTube. I've made a lot of knockoff Soyuz. Okay, hey, 2,000 meters per second, 140 kilometers. That's a check and a check, and we didn't take the contract, so it doesn't really freaking matter. Contract complete. What? Oh, low space film return. That one I think we actually did. Alright, yep, and you're running. What about you? You off center. That's going to irritate me. Why do things just look uneven? Surface velocity. Oh, well, okay. So I do need more downward angle on this thing. Looks like an incredibly sketchy merry-go-round. Or, you know, like a bird cage. Whoop. Whoosh. Jesus, that yeeted the hell out of that. Alright, and we've launched this cage before. Oh no, we should check for re-entry. Stage in the parachute. Lots of warping. Super sketchy merry-go-round. For certain. Alright, parachute is armed. Yes, that one particularly annoying pigeon. Bad Archimedes. No pecking the clients. You go in the orbital cage. Sub-orbital cage. This is how we will deliver Ooh. Well, that doesn't bode very well for us. I guess maybe we shut down the engine when we hit speed, because that's going to be a very, very flat pigeon. Revert to VAB. Press F for pigeon. Say, I'll be real honest, I don't. Alright, yeah, cancel edits. We changed nothing. Actually, way overbuilt for that contract. Yeah, OSOC Advanced Bio is the next one up. Construction on our hangar will be done April 7th of 52. It is currently March 12th, so that's not too far off. We're reconditioning our current launch pad after our last probably failed thing. Team Fortress 2 Medics. Phagic Pigeon has the name Archimedes. Ah. I did not know that. Alright. Let's get the hangar built. We'll start building our X-plane. Okay, so what are we breaking today? My will to live. Open JC2 Prime. Load. Yeah, we know. Hopefully not Florida. No promises. There. Yep, Supersonic flight. I'll turn that on. Duh. Save it one more again and add it to the build list. Take infinity days. Cool. Vessel cannot be built. Unlock 5 parts for 6,000 and build. Yes, please. Oh, wait a minute. Unlock tech. Prototype configs. It can't be unlocked yet. Oh, jeez. Did I really do that? Yeah, I sure did. Switch to post-war. Utilization 100%. Yeah. Good. Now may we build you? Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to tool that one little tube of avionics. Goofy goober. Out of the Geneva Convention. This is, you know, I wanted to have like this external thing, like a probe for like, I don't know, doing science. It felt like it was a thing that should exist. I'll be real honest with you. I used to have 2 hard points under each wing that had one of these on them that also had one of these stuck in it, you know, like that. And I was thinking, man, if I get up to altitude and then I fire my science missiles, Kerbalism will radio in some of the goods, right? No. It's like someone glued it there just because it's laying around as a spare part. I mean, now that you've unwrapped the ethos of our entire build philosophy, did I actually add this to the build list? I did. So we're I don't want to build a second one just yet. What? I don't have any good jet engines opened up yet, so we will not. Yeah, well, the J-35. God, that thing is gonna look so goofy, so goofy in there. We will wait. See steel plates bolted around the hangar. Just why? Well, you know, it was getting a little drafty in here. You know, why put them on straight? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so we need to assign some engineers to our hangar. Sounder Alpha, that is, and then Launch Complex 2 has 112. I don't think we're going to fly anything out of Sounder Alpha anymore, so we'll pull them off and dump them all into the hangar. Max of 103. Ooh. So yeah, that'll be done in 1956. I guess we should 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We'll do 60 for now. At least that puts us into 1953 territory. I know. 3 people ruined it for the rest of us. I did screenshot it though. It has been preserved for posterity forever and ever. Alright, early materials science is coming up, and don't we get a leader unlock at that point? That's May 22nd. We're not losing a whole lot of time by doing that. We are bleeding money. Oh, good. I just want to check something. Oh, yeah, no. Launch that first. And, oh, wait. We can pick a leader. And why not? Because, hired Khrushchev's son. 5% efficiency gain. Glushko, 15% funds for researcher salaries. That would be super useful, especially early on. And plus 5% rep from contracts would be great. And the only really real punishment is a 10% rep to remove an existing leader. First perverted. Vena von Braun? We'll get there. Let me move down the list. Right now, Glushko looks pretty good. Across the board, 12% reduction in salary costs. Excellent. And the 5% rep, but minus 5% funds from program funding. Not a fan. Research speed bump. Yes. 10% rep from science. Nice. 20% time from program deadlines. And 20% funds. Oh, to keep the funds per year constant. So this is the only penalty. This one is just to make sure that you're not playing the system. What does von Braun give us? 12% confidence, plus 12 rep, and 10% loss from reputation decay. 15% science from transmission. Oh, interesting. But negative 8%. Okay, so really I think it's kind of going to be between von Braun and Glushko. Oh, that's researcher salaries. Milton Rosen gets us, no, Korolev, but yeah, okay. Glushko will save us on researcher salaries. That'll save us some money. And his only really punishment is it costs more to remove somebody. And that's really not a bad downside if you can just run with it. We don't really need to cycle anybody out so quickly, and they retire automatically after 10 years? Korolev's around the board, so engineers and astronauts too. So you're saying is if we wait on getting Glushko, we can put him in one of these other slots, but von Braun will only be available as a leader? Or will he be available in some of these other slots as well? That's my question. That's what I don't know. I mean, these bonuses are nice, but right now we need to save some money because we are bleeding funds like crazy. I mean, as in the salary decrease. Korolev is around the board. Oh yeah, he's minus 12 for all salaries and 5 rep, but that 5% in program funding. I'd have to take a look at our budget to know if our salary costs are more than 5% of our funding, or if a 12% reduction in salary is going to offset an across the board 5% funding decrease. Know what I mean? Because I don't know, like if the 12% reduction in salary costs only amounts to like a 3% reduction in overall overhead, then a 5% reduction in incoming funding, extra penny pinching here. Well, we're bleeding money. I'm just trying to think out loud. I don't know what I'm doing. But smart people would actually do the math on this stuff and try to figure it all out. I'm going to go by the seat of my pants at some point and just pick somebody, and we're all going to have to deal with it. Let's say with Glushko, we could save 15% on our researchers, which we're always going to have a lot of researchers. We get more rep from contracts, which is good. And it doesn't cost us any funds anywhere. So like we have a clear funds savings here, but nothing else to like offset that. I think for now we're going to go with Glushko. Boom. Done. We're going to be hella out of money by the end of the year. Like wicked fast. And there's really nothing we can do to save money other than fire a bunch of people. How are we doing on researchers? I know, I know all of you just took a pay cut, but I'm going to have to lay off at least half of you. I mean, probably. Yeah. Oh, hey, we only have one thing in the mix right now. We got 7 points we can spend. We should probably do something about that. Like basic rocketry, for instance, or supersonic flight. Why not both? It's going to be a solid year before we're ready to do the X-plane stuff, and we'll have one contract in. So we'll put that second in the queue, and then I'll realize that I should have done avionics prototypes because that is just an across-the-board good thing to do. But extra dumb. At least our underpaid researchers are doing what they're supposed to do. Oh, we do have Sounder 1 Bio and Sounder 1. Oh, there's nobody here to do anything, so we can scrap these 2 rockets, give us some money back. 300 funds, yeah. Scrap. Yes, and we're going to dismantle this launch site. Sounder Alpha, that's our tiny guy, right? Please. Size limit 2x2x10. Human rated. No, yeah. Maybe it's smart to try to make a semi-decent rocket you could use as a workhorse until you start putting up semi-permanent satellites up. Indeed. I feel like he should be. Is Kelly Johnson one of the leaders? I feel like he should be. I did not see him there. Them? Maybe? Alright, let's go ahead and dismantle this launch complex. Yerp. That'll save us a little bit of money, a very little bit. But maybe we'll make it in where we can launch this capstone project and then start developing our next iteration of launch vehicles. Ding. Basic rocketry tech. Jesus, we're just dumping through that. And then, boom. And we can start rolling this little guy out and hope for the best. Oh, hold on a second. Roll back. I need to duplicate you first. Duplicate. Yep. Bump you to the top. And we'll scrap this guy. Make sure I get the new menu scrap. That'll give us $1,000 back. Sweet. He designed the P-38, the F-104, the U-2, the SR-71, and a bunch of other stuff. Wow, it definitely should be. To aircraft as Glushko was to stage combustion. Founded Skunkworks. Well, Simav, you hear that? You got some work to do. Alright, before we get to this launch, which will actually we'll finish up our basic rocketry node before we finish the rollout. I really have to go visit the little cosmonauts room, refresh my water, as well as let some loose. So I will be back in just 1 minute. Alright, I have returned. The kind of guy who uses Pepsi in the hot dog topping, no thanks. This is the argument. He was pretty much a solely military designer. He's less controversial than Von Braun. Fair. Alright, do we want to wait for... Oh, wait a minute. Why don't we accept the contract? Yep, this is it. 200 uses a sounding rocket payload, suborbital trajectory, and recover. Accept. And then, yep, ding, 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 ding. All the other ones disappear, so we can't double dip. That's what I meant by double dipping and not being allowed to do it. So basically, everything we do has to be for this or for the X-Plane stuff when we can start the... Well, we can't start the X-Plane stuff until we finish this contract because we gotta close off one program before we can start another. Alright, here we are. Let's verify. Yep, new vessel, uncrewed, 200 sounding unit payload, advanced biocapsule, maintain control, altitude above 140, surface speed greater than 2000, and return safely. Throttle is set to full, so we're going to do engine, clamps, fairing, stage sep. Y'all need to be in a separate stage so we don't bork that up. Alright, here we go. Ignition, green, clamps off, we're going. We'll start to lean it in a little early. Why not? The altitude bit we should be able to clear pretty readily. And surface speed, once we hit it, we need to shut down the engine so we don't burn up and explode like last time. Alright, now time to start keeping an eye on our apogee. Oh, how's it going, Wookiee? Good to see you. Alright, tip it in. So once this engine flames out, or once we get above an altitude, we see you fix the chat thingy. Indeed, we should be back to normal operating conditions today. And hopefully without any interruption or anything extraordinarily dumb happening. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to hit 70, 15 more seconds of runtime. Let's just leave it alone, Cosmo. Left your phone in the rooms. Didn't hear it bloop. Oh. None bloops today, eh? 650. Oh yeah, we're going to cross 140, no problem. Oh no, I tapped the control. Are we going to be in a little bit of a roll or pitch? Probably not. You just met an excessively blonde Wookiee. He's dipped in brass. Katunk. Did we check all the things? No, we did not. Surface speed is falling. Alright, let's go ahead and get this staged. Throttle is still full. Alright, and Katunk. Thank God, we got a solid light. Oh, I should have waited until we were above above 140 kilometers to fire all this nonsense. Okay, we got the surface speed check. Can I shut it down now? If I do shut it down, will it not count? Maybe we'll just wait until we hit the 140 mark. Wait for the check mark to hit, and then we'll shut the engine down and stage it. We don't want to get too much speed. Boom, there it is. Return home safely. Engine is shut down. Stage it. Arm the parachute. Are you running? Yep, sweet. You're running. Sweet. Now we wait in the blackness of night for one flying birdcage with one very confused pigeon. Forgot to recenter that thing. And now it's just going to annoy me forever. Alright. Please no pop. Please no explode. Please no burn off parachute. At this point, the sheer amount of spinning and heat, I'm not sure it's a pigeon or a rotisserie chicken anymore. This is the most expensive way to cook a chicken. Now all we have to do now is wait for something bad to happen. Well, I mean, we're still picking up speed, but we haven't gotten any heat warnings yet. That's good. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Please, no. Not those. Anything but those. Oh, spin someplace else. No! Damn it. Okay, well, we have discovered a critical design failure in this spacecraft. F. Again. May 2023, while the rest of Europe was experiencing extra high energy prices, for a day or so, Finland's energy price dropped into the negative, too top heavy. Yeah, looks like the fancy frame was unwise. No, the frame is fine. The placement of the parachute on the top of it is the problem. Fair. We'll scrap the frame on the next one. So sorry, my pigeony friend. I don't know, this is the only part we have to recover. There's a small chance it'll survive. If it hits the water just right, RTX 40 owners across the nation rejoiced. Who knew that going for frivolous designs wasn't effective? Oh, efficacy was never the goal. Sploop. Yep. Saw that one coming. Back to the Space Center. Oh. Man, dang it. Alright, fine. We'll revise the design. It worked fine for the film camera. What the hell? We got lots of great blurry pictures out of that. Speaking of computer hardware, Starfield will be bundled with AMD Ryzen 7000 series CPUs. Oh, interesting. Alright, advanced bio. Edit. Forker. We're going to run out of money. Damn, spelling error. So you're running out of money with every launch. It should be your goal. It should be the bare minimum. Minimus? Minimum. Yep. You are probably 100% right. So let's pull the parachute. Pull the frame. Scoop this up. Oh, it's attached through the top node. Yeah, it's attached to the top node. So we hold on a second, because yeah, that's the avionics core. That's the decoupler. So let's pull the decoupler. That, pull you, set you back down, set you down, and then reassemble. Plop, done. Now people are pissed though because AMD and Bethesda are like partnering, meaning that people are afraid Intel and Nvidia users will be screwed, like no DLSS or something. Interesting. Yes, I didn't stop the simulation before re-entry last time. I watched the parachute burn off and just said, okay, we'll shut the engine down early and try to mitigate some of this speed so that we, maybe that won't happen. And turns out I was wrong. It did happen. It happened anyway. Absolute. Good. Yep. Boop. There we go. And should we lock the... Nah. Can we lock the fairing size here? Open, close, shape, locked. There we go. I don't want to have to tool new fairings. I mean, Wookiee, to your statement, I can see where the concerns are coming from. I really hope they're unfounded. Because, man, that would... Yeah, it reminds me of the graphics card wars of the 90s. That really... It's slightly off-center to the right. Your R-key is busted, huh? It is not. You're messing with me. Plump, plump. Alright. No. You go... Doop, 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 doop. Bing. Okay. I shouldn't have written over it. We're going from 4.95 to 4.94%. I mean, 3DFX versus the world. Yeah, fair. Sure, giving pigeons the most contrived death possible is funny. If it means bankruptcy before the stream ends, fair. I mean, we'll figure something out. We won't be broke by the end of the year, which is good. Probably. And we got another rocket we can scrap, which, if we have to, we will. He ain't just busted. It literally fell off. I'm pretty sure we can fire all our researchers, though. Well, in October we can. F them, right? Nothing for you to research. Sorry, everybody. Go home. Oh, hey, our X-plane will be done soon. That's good. I was hoping we'd have this program complete by now and we could move on. Back to Germany. Staff. Why do we have a staff warning? Oh, it's because we have research. No, researchers are still researching. We have no unassigned engineers. They're all either at the launch complex or the hangar. We can probably drop our hangar engineers down a bit. And then fire 50. Yeah, might be enough. What is launch complexes and programs? Which is the, I don't know, the name of the new branch here in RSS Sorrow. Fire, fired, fired, fired. Where are we at now? Minus 172, okay. Launch Complex 2, you're maxed out. Good enough, because we're going to reassign all of you later anyway. Alright, and Supersonic Flight. Ding! Our scientists just made a breakthrough! Excellent! You're all fired! I hate to do this, I really do. But we're going to fire off 200 of you. Hey! That puts us in the... We're in the black! Alright, and we'll duplicate you again just to make sure, and then we'll scrap this one. Scrap. Yes. Cha-ching. Making money. All we had to do was cut staff by a lot. All right. We shook a couple of grams off the mass of this thing. And we could very easily hit our goals last time. We just gotta not burn up in the atmosphere. Hopefully. Alright, and not have a failure. That would also be good. Throttle is full, SAS is armed, ignition. Sweet. Lamps off, we're going. Let it get a little more altitude, now we'll start to lean in. Maybe sticking a heat shield onto the bottom. We have not invented those yet. We have none heat shields to use. guess that's why the avionics is down there, and then the sounding payload. Let's see if we can manage without scrambling these pigeon eggs this time. Meh. Arbitrary. Space omelet. Yes. Should be launching it north, so we have a hope of recovering it on dry land. We're going to have very soggy omelets. Alright. She's fighting me quite a bit here. I'd like to get more angle. We need surface speed. And we need to hit 140 clicks, so let it ease in. Stabilize it off before engine cutoff. And hopefully be at low enough of an altitude where it will matter, I guess. Yeah, sod it. The fish haven't paid enough yet to deserve not getting shrapnel. A little more angle, a little more angle, a little more angle. There's flame out. Oh, tip it back. This is why we have control surfaces, but largely ineffective. Alright, bearings. Our stacky chunk of a payload. Oh, how much are you going to tip? Well, we're already going to cross over our required apogee threshold. So let's go ahead and stage. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and light it up, right? 3, 2, it's back to surface speed. Boom. Oh, let's bring out the contract. Oh, hey, all we have to do is return home safely. It didn't count any of the things. So we'll do it in spirit. Make sure our surface speed eclipses 2,000. Spin, pigeons, spin. Running. Invalid situ. 940 at above 2,000. That's a victory. Shutting it down. It must pay for thalassophobia being a thing. I can only assume that's fear of fish? I've never heard that word before. But, you know, phobia. Alright, and let's ditch the engine section, arm the parachute. Fear of deep bodies of water. Ah, okay. They must suffer. Yep, experiment is running. We're not going to get a lot of very usable science out of it, but alright. Now then. Parachute, don't you dare explode. And if you could maybe tip your butt into the wind. Just a little, perhaps. Are you running anything? Nope, telemetry analysis was stopped. That doesn't matter. Yay! Flames, but no heat warnings. Kind of getting our butt into the wind, at least keeping the parachute out of the airflow. Much better. Alright. That'll be a victory. Played Subnautica once. Never again. I see why Markiplier named his first sub in that game the SSF the Ocean. I have not yet played Subnautica. These pigeons are coming home. Will they still be pigeons, though? Or just goo? It's a lot of G-loading at the end of that first stage burn. Oof. Shoots are out. Spin is spun. Sun is out, coming up on full deploy. Whamp. There we go. Excellent. All right. Very gentle 5.3 meters per second down. But we got burb slushy. Subnautica's good fun. May have to check it out sometime soon. Oh, God, I wish I had way more time to play games than I actually do. Adulting is a scam. Like, there's no part of this that's worth it. And thoroughly centrifuged, separated their component parts by density. Other than that, they're fine. Recover! Recover. Normal recover. No. Recover. Normal. Gotcha. Yes. Contract complete. Boneless pigeon. Got some nice boneless pigeon wings. And they're probably still a little warm. Yeah, hey, we got 0.6 science out of that. Not bad. Next. And 643 funds returned to us, and the completion of a program. Considering they've been blasted with indirect plasma, I'd say they're a little more than warm. Yeah, you know, maybe. Sub-orbital research. Yay! I'll say, yeah, and that'll pay out 42,000. I think X-Planes research starts way higher than that. So let's go ahead and complete this. Yep. Start X-Planes research, which will start us at 50 and then go all the way up. We'll take it fast. We can't take it at breakneck, can we? Bummer. Man, that'd be some nice pay dirt, but no way we can do that. Sound barrier crude. Mach 2 supersonic. I think that one has to be air breathing, and then X-Planes Karman line, which we're a node or two away from doing. So this one we might just kind of sit on for a little bit, but we'll go ahead and accept this program. Ka-ching. Yes, please. Oh, hey, we can pick a lead designer. So we already got Glushko, so we can't use him. Von Braun. 10% research speed. We don't have any scientists currently employed with us. And 5% to the Hydrolox. That's a little ways off. Orlev, vessel integration, rollout, and recovery. That would be... No, that's speed, not necessarily cost. Plus 5% integration of human-rated vehicles. We're a bit off from that too. 15% funds of integration, rollout, and recovery. 5% speed of... Wow. But... A hit under research. Played Subnautica in VR once. Oh god. Bastard. Balloon tanks we don't have. Hydrolox we're ways off from. Command module, human rated. This is Hydrolox stuff. Yep. Or not Hydrolox. Blah 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 blah. Hydrazine. 10% for all research. Golly, I would like to save money as much as possible, but I think that bump is going to be super worth it. But minus 7% speed to integration, rollout, and recovery. I wish we could offset that with somebody else later on, but I don't think we can. To the materials node research speed. Honestly, I think Korolev is the way to go here. It's so pretty. Subnautica. Does look very pretty. Worst part is when you run some fish over the sea line and a loud thump happens. Awesome. Alright. We have to hire some Kerbals, don't we? Oh, that was the other thing I meant to do. Astronauts, we don't have any. We need to go hire a Kerbal. To certainly not die. Herbert, James, Lev, Norin, Lee, Moss are available pilots. I think we'll take Lee and Moss will retire. Retirement, blah, blah, blah. We'll take Moss and Herbert. Is there someone with a more interesting name? Not that's a pilot. Pilots don't really matter, though. Everybody can fly things now, right? And the deeper you go, the more the nope increases. Astronauts. Alright, training. Proficiency X1. Let's get both of you guys going on that. Well, hold on. 1959? Oh, no, it's retirement date. Jeez. We'll finish 29 January 1953, so we got about a year before we can do any of that. That sucks. Thump, 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 thump. I get deer in my backyard. You don't want to hit those with your car. Alright, so what can we do in the meantime? Available? Downrange 3000. I think we're a ways off from doing that. Downrange LV. Must be suborbital. Contract additionally. At least, yep. Okay, so reach 190 kilometers downrange with 240 units of sounding payload. I think we can do that. Should have done these before I took the X-Planes contract. 465 units of sounding payload. And 150. Let's try the intermediate first. Because I think we can just do that. Like, I'm pretty sure we can just knock that out. So let's go to edit. I heard a story about someone scaring a horse that promptly sat on his bonnet. Oh, like, my bonnet, you mean the hood of the car? The opposite end of the boot. Alright, tank UI, let's just open that up so we can keep an eye on the number. It's a little more accurate. We have to go to what, 240? Okay, let's just take a quick verification that 240 is the correct number. Yep, 240. Let's pop these back on and give it a sim and see what we can pull off here. How about y'all go there-ish? Simulate? Forgot the common language difficulty. Sorry, yeah, I don't know. Hey, you're not wrong. I just want to make sure I was understanding correctly. I don't insist that you call it a hood. This is more from my understanding, not a correction. My apologies. Sorry. Scared a horse. Sat on his car. You'd think something approximating the opposite of that reaction would be what happened, but... Alright, let's pop open the contract details here. So we have to get downrange 190 kilometers. I don't know. I have no idea how far downrange we made it the last couple of times we flew this, so this is more kind of establishing a baseline than it is for anything else, really. Large animals don't care about cars, not something totally exclusive to moose. Isn't like the biggest natural predator of moose the killer whale? Because it takes something like a killer whale to fell a moose. Hoping we're not getting too overly eager with our pitch down here, but I want to see how long it takes us to hit 190. So if y'all could maybe keep an eye on that there number while I'm trying to just tap this key and be very ridiculous about it, that'd be great. Yeah. Alright, let's level it out here at about 45 degrees and we'll see how high up we get. Yeah, looks like we're going to peg past 140, no problem. We don't have a recovery on this, but it sure would be nice. Yep, straight past 140, no problem. Let it coast. It's because moose fancy the plants that grow in river deltas, and particularly daring killer whales have a chance to snag them. Meh. Oh, good. Oh, good. There. Check your staging. Alright. Spin it, light it, go to town. We'll go full bore on this. Oh, we're already at 80. We're already at the halfway mark and still accelerating. Who could have foreseen that fairing problem? It was unknowable. It was an unpreventable problem. Clearly. Yeah, 130? Hitman VR would be an awesome game assembly. Oh, wow. Yeah, it kind of would be. Man. I remember playing the first ones. Hitman 1 and 2. God, what was that? PlayStation 1? Dreamcast era? Or was that PlayStation 2? Alright, yeah, we're 10 clicks off our goal, and we're just now. Ding, there it is. So with ease we can accomplish this. And just, are we going to get this sample back? That's a pretty decent question that I would like answered. And there's a VR mod for the newest Hitman game. That's about it. I'll say my old roommate loved that game. Spent a lot of time on it. I don't blame him. It was a really good game. Alright, let's see how toasty our pigeons get. Awesome. Looks like recovery will not be an issue. Revert to vehicle assembly building. Alright. Why does this look like a Borg's nipple? Because making it look like a bird cage was causing unforeseen failures. Alright, so let's switch the stages around here. Advanced bio, save, edits. Month and a half. Or I'm sorry, 3 months. Derp. From this launch. Should get us most of the way through the training for our X-Plane stuff. So hopefully we can knock out that Supersonic contract quite easily. Oh yeah. Alright, and let's... Are we still making money? We are still making money. Excellent. Duplicate. Close. Warp to complete. We just have to get them on mission training. Ta-da! Training. Mission X1. Both of yous. Start training. And they'll be done very quickly. So let's prep for air launch. Ding. Sweet. Mounting to carrier. Alright. Quiet, crazy day. Go tend to your lawn. Alright, yeah, February 1953. Let's go ahead and, let's knock out... Oh, wait, did I take the contract? I should take the contract. Break the sound barrier crude. That would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Air launch. 200 kilometers, yeah. Well, let's... Just in case we have to glide it home, let's leave it there. We got 6 engines. There's no chance we're going to have to glide it home. Like, literally none. Launch. Alright, we'll take Herbert James. You would like a parachute just in case. And launch. Let's do this. Decided to order some chicken sandwiches from an Indonesian joint. Me and your brother at home for most of the day. You ordered yours spicy. We forgot the Indonesians. Just different concept of spicy. Yeah, bad times. Bad times. Oh, God. Funny story. Lady Crash and I once went out to eat at a very nice Indian... Well, not like nice, like fancy, but like nice. Like they had really good food. And we both ordered stuff and we're like, we don't know how spicy we want it. But, you know, like... middle-ish spicy, right? Oh god, I forgot to turn on atmospheric autopilot. Oh god, I'm talking and everything is going wrong. Pull up, please. Master switch engaged. Thank you. Should have just shut down the engines. Let me bring out the contract and then I'll continue with my story. Sound barrier crude. Reach Mach 1 for 30 seconds. Sure. Not a problem. Let's get some altitude while we're here. Oof. Ouch. Press P, you dummy. Oh, thank you, Simev. That would have been much smarter, eh? Alright, anyway. We get the food. Expecting it to be kind of spicy. It was, like, brutal spicy. Like, yeah, crying in the booth spicy. And the poor waitress felt so bad for us. We were like, sorry, we made it for white people. we toned it down as much as we could. Like, it's okay. We just really suck at this. A healthy spicy Indian curry would be enough to evaporate the average British male. Yeah, exactly. Like, it was so good, but it just, like, it had that kind of, like, it builds with every bite you take, and just, like, slowly and slowly and slowly, and it just, like, lingers. It was so good, though. Like, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop eating it. I knew it was going to be pure suffering. But I just kept having to have more and more and more. And yeah, Shirley paid the price, but oh man, it was so good. Man, all 6 engines lit flawlessly. It's taken me this long to kind of catch up with that. Where are we to get more altitude? Yeah, we're just gonna knock out a whole lot of speed records real quick. Herbert James, the fastest Kerbal. For at least a good while. Data that was slow cooked. Surinamese rotating. Madame Jeanette completely dissolved in it. It was so good, it was so painful. Never made it after that. Must have been amazingly good. The only person who finished their plate. Significantly good curry. It's hot. You don't need to put toilet paper in the fridge. Oh my. Alright, we're gonna hit 1.5 kilometers per second, I think is a good goal for a break-in flight. Nope. Looks like we'll fall just short. Yeah, 1.4 kilometers per second. Not bad. Herbert James, the Kerbal with 2 first names. Alright, let's open up the brakes. Let's just lock them open so we can try to bleed off this speed and make it back to the runway. Note to self, to scare family, pack ice packs when we go out to Indian food. Supreme quality. Not for the mouth. Get those like soft gel packs. Oh my. Alright. New topic time. 900 meters per second. Descending. Oh man. Air brakes not nearly as effective as I would like them to be in this deployment that hopefully won't cause huge amounts of pitch up flare. We can only hope, right? It still might. I don't know. I'm hoping that we can actually bleed this speed off enough so we can hit this runway. Was Buck Rogers in the 25th century actually a legit show that took itself seriously? Good question. I do not know. Does it not seem that way? Ooh. Yeah, let's up the deflection here to 40. I mean, I know we're still pretty high up, but we really need to just start making S-turns to bleed off speed. I don't want to put too much stress on the frame. But yeah, I think instead of just turning in, we'll just spiral it down. We're about to be subsonic here pretty... Whoa, buddy boy. We'll make a casual spiral in before flat spin. Shush you. This is a super stable aircraft. It's the best airframe ever. You can't tell if it's silly because it was made at the turn of the 80s, or if it's just silly. I'll say, yeah, it's very hard to tell what's like kitschy silly and what's like in just plain dumb silly. from that era. Stable as millennials' mental health, propped up by vodka and chocolate chip ice cream. What are you talking about? This airframe is just plain old awesome. Hold them in, yeah. Alright, should probably reduce that deflection a bunch now that we're closer to the ground and not traveling nearly as fast. Yeah, elevator's still fighting it quite a lot, but we're not dropping speed nearly as quick as we were, which is good. We got a ways to go before we hit our big runway here. Who cares? This getting tight jumpsuit here in gray. You know? Alright, landing gear out. Let's get lined up a little better here. Let's lose some of this speed. That's enough. For now, anyway. Alright, let's get in there. What is LCnP? Launch complexes and probes. It is, or programs. Launch complexes and programs. My gosh. It is the new branch of KSP RSS RO RP1. And I am way too slow for this approach. We're about to stall, fall, and die. Okay, let's use the runway. Nice and gentle, sweet peas. Nice and gentle. Well, that's... Wow, you're still flying. I thought we'd be well below your stall speed at this point. The answer is no. Okay, you're gonna run out of runway. You keep this up, friend. Brakes, 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 brakes. Nice and gentle. Break the sound barrier, return home safely. Sweet. Okay. A nice, easy stop. Bump, bump. Mission accomplished. Yes. Alright, and recover to spaceplane hangar. Done and done. Wheels out nearly 600 kilometers an hour. The poor little legs. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. Easy way to go from meters per second to kilometers per hour. Just multiply the number by 3.6. Oh, super easy. I can do that in my head all the time. Why is everybody surprised at how well my dumb shit glides all the time? Thing looks tiny on the runway. We did pick the big runway. Who would have thought that adding more wings is a good idea? Never would have figured it out. How to make a good MOAC 1 plane. How to make a good MOAC 1 plane? MOAC and cheese. My personal favorite. Alright, and we got 0.9 science on our supersonic flight. Herbert James will 1 XP gained. Bingo. Plane breaks barrier of sound twice over. Yeah. And it looks good doing it too. If I do say so myself. Ah, the newspaper. So isn't it just? I love that. That's such a quality edition. I love it. Alright, and where are we at? Still making money? Good. And looks like our OSAC launcher is going to be ready. We'll start that rollout. What's our next X-Plane Supersonic? This has to be no rocket engines allowed. So yeah, we should probably start building the air-breathing variant. That one's optional. That one's 1 completion required. Launch crewed vessel to 12.5, no problem. I think we'll go ahead and accept that one in the meantime, just to give our other pilot something to do. While that is rolling out, let's... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. No, we unlocked some tech. We should have decent jet engines with afterburners now. Do a quick check on that real quick. Open FJZ2 prime load. Yeah, we know. Boop. There it is. I wonder, do I have these shot cones available, because, man, that would be awful if I didn't. Experimental. Wait a minute, I thought we were done. We had researched our tech tree. Fun fact, you don't know how to not have 10 launch fails. Me neither. I just get real lucky sometimes. So yeah, exact same airframe. We just switched out our 6 XLR-11s for a pair of J57 turbojets. We had to flatten out the cone a little bit, get our shot cones on it. But yeah, this thing will do like not quite Mach 2 just because the engines are not rated for it. And so tooling on this should be pretty minimal. Yep, 544 funds for tooling. We'll purchase those. Shut this down and add it to our build list. We should probably hire some engineers. Cannot be built because we have to unlock 2 parts for 0 and spending 3,700 credit. Show enough. Oh, yeah. I forgot about our stupid science missile being out of actual tech. Alright, now... Yeah, we're not going to tool that one dumb thing, although we've now built 2 of them. Okay. So, odd question. What's with the multi-month break over YouTube? Time. The 113 series, I fell way behind on editing after Extra Life, God, what was it, 2021? And just had a bunch of footage that I needed to edit and never got around to. And then went back to play it again last year, about this time. I think it was for the 6-year anniversary, and realized that like the amount of footage that I had not edited and not made into episodes was like probably 12 hours or so. And yeah, it felt like this big mountain of stuff to do, and I don't know. I'm still in school. You know, there's the kiddo. We moved. The whole Corona thing. Life got in the way. But I liked streaming too much to give that up. So that's kind of where all that went. I have a bit more info. I'll tell you, huh? YouTuber currently doing RP1 content. You see, Say Monsters. I'll say N9 and Carnassa and Beardy Penguin are doing their For All Kerbal Kind thing. I know for a fact Calvin McClure is going to have an episode coming out soonish. Probably don't hold me to that. Name a plane a rocket bean 1? Probably. We'll call it a bean instead of a Borg nipple. Alright, this one is for... Yeah, we've got a downrange contract to accomplish. Good move, Roman. Quick save, dummy. Oh. We'll take the quick save right here on the pad. Boom. Dunsky. Problem with RP1 is the more mods you add, the less viewers you get. Indeed. This is 100% accurate. Especially if you do like one-off custom stuff. I don't know. Tyler does kind of one-off things. He makes a lot of custom configs. It doesn't seem to stop much. There we go. Bean 1, ready for flight. And now it's going to fail. You put a rocket plane on a missile? Wait, what? Why? I think you'd rather put a missile on a rocket plane. Alright, throttle is set to full. Let's pull out our contract parameters here. Reach an altitude of at least 140. Oh, it's giving us the checks from our simulation? That seems really odd. Ignition? Wow, another good light. Don't jinx it, Cosmo. And we're going. Alright, we do want to kind of lean into this quite a bit. Oh, I have messages. So, let's keep the lean. tip it in. We want to get, I mean, we can cross 140 without too much problem. We can get over this procrastination thing, right? Dude, same. And like, honestly, other than like a random hour or two throughout the week, the only time I actually have to sit down and play games is when I do these live streams. Which is why I'm so adamant about continuing the live stream, because otherwise I might not get time to play anything, and that would make me a very sad Cosmo. Brain's so smooth, it looks near indistinguishable like chicken thighs. Alright. Get in there, friend. Come on. 15 seconds left to burn. I would like you to be much closer to that 45-degree vector. This is a downrange contract. Fine. I'm just going to F your prograde vector. Oh, beautiful sunrise. Okay. I would like for you to tip down in the other direction, please. Maybe I should have put more than 2 degrees deflection on these vanes. After Kerbin? Apparently there's an RP1 version. Oh, interesting. Bearings. We got those right this time. Alright, when we get this nose down a little bit, are we gonna... Yeah, we're going to 177. Let's ease back. No, there's no air on those vanes. We're just going. Patoomph. Alright, little bean. Make your downrange dreams a reality. Man, we're gonna get invalid situ. Yeah, that's right. We're not in space. We're not gonna spend a lot of time in space either. I was playing RP1 and it just crashed. Oh, that sucks. That is the worst. Quick save often. Quick save needlessly. Just let this thing go to full bore. Alright. We're definitely going to cross our threshold. We just need to get the downrange part, and hopefully we can actually recover this sample. That'd be nice, but totally not required. And quick saving off. You'll never, ever, ever play RP1 with quick saving off. Ka-tunk. Alright, jettison that stage, arm the parachute, and just relax. Heck it. Installing KSP as we speak. Nice! Welcome to the fold. Ah, thank you. Good old prime numbers. I really want to know how far downrange we made it, because I don't know what was the term on the other contract. Oh no, it was way more sounding payload, but it was 150 kilometers downrange instead of 190. Let's see if our pigeons survive re-entry here. They might not at this speed. More fun when you lose 2 hours of work. I mean, yeah, that's the real fun, isn't it? Hey, look at that. We're getting our pigeons back. Oh, 1 second. I have a phone call. Many apologies, Lady Crash is just letting me know that she's on her way home. Add downrange to your orbit tab. Well, that sounds like an intelligent thing to do. Also, let me close atmospheric autopilot. We don't need you anymore. Ding. Custom window editor. We would like to edit the orbit info tab. And for surface, where do we find downrange? It's not surface. Vessel. Drag, dry mass. Good thing they're alphabetized. Miscellaneous. Disable, dynamic displacement, hide, no. I don't know what tab would it be under? Just got blasted by loud KSP music. That will happen. We'll come back and do this later. Alright, recover. Recover, dang it. Recover. Dang it. Come on. Give me back my stuff. I need my pigeon goo. Fantastic. Recorder, I think. Oh, man, I misread that. I thought it said reorder, and I'm like, I don't want to reorder anything. Trying to get more into coding and game dev. Mine just throws itself out the window once you open the program. Oh, I know that feeling. Oh, I know it way too well. All right, and yeah, we banked a little science on that. Not bad. And mo money. Sweet. That worked out pretty well. Alright, so J2 Prime's still recovering. It's going to be a long time before that aircraft is ready. So, let's go... Admin? No, not admin. Yeah, admin building for early rocket development. The downrange milestone 3,000 kilometer. I wonder if we're anywhere within spec on that thing. So I guess we're just going to keep up in the ante on our downrange LV development. 260 sounding payload, downrange to 180. I mean, we did 190 with 240, and we were way beyond that. So, I mean, yeah, sure, let's take it. Let's just rack up a bunch of confidence points here. It doesn't seem like it'd be that difficult. What does this require? Just to be... The rocket must be suborbital, over 140. Additionally, controlled for the first 50 seconds. Okay. And that's it? We don't have to have any sounding payload or anything? We can just launch a package of next to nothing? If I take this contract, is it going to cancel out the rest of these? Let's do this one next. Even though we're bleeding money. What? You want the pigeon goo? The French to sell it to snail? You know, what we do with our gooped pigeons is covered by our NDA. Be smart to fire against the curvature of the Earth to maximize downrange distance. That I don't really know. Because, yeah, if you go with the curve, like with the rotation of the Earth, you get that bonus speed. But yeah, if your launch site is rotating on the Earth away from you as you're flying, I don't know how much extra bonus that's going to get you. I mean, I guess it would just be the opposite of whatever benefit you get in the speed, right? I think in reality, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, do the two cancel each other out inevitably? Like, could we just go north and see the exact same effects practically? Simev, real quick, if I accept the 3,000 kilometer downrange, is that going to make it so that I can't do these two contracts? So I think I'm going to take this one next. Well, I guess if I took this one, it would mean I couldn't take that one, right? Yep, that is the case. So the opposite, therefore, must be true. No double dipping. Excellent. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would like to know more. Alright, duplicate. And maybe we should start looking into building a new rocket and a new pad, something that might actually be capable of handling that 3,000 kilometer downrange. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to iterate on our current design. We'll just upgrade it for the 103, which I think we have unlocked. And if not, maybe we should just wait for the RDU 108. The Earth does spin at 1,000 miles an hour. That it does. That it does. All right, let's just do the quickest, dirtiest iteration we can and see what we come up with. Oh yeah, no, we don't have the 103M, but we can get the 103. There's 130 seconds of runtime, but will cost us 50 friggin' grand to unlock. Holy shnikes. Alright, remove all tanks. And fill for the 103. And what is 100 and... It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So, yeah, it's going to be a big boy. That's 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's just tweak it up to 223. We'll overburn it by quite a bit. Shnikes. That is a big, big boy. Let's put it back on a clamp. Let's just run a sim and see what the hell happens, because this may be completely uncontrollable. I'd prefer not to make fat rocket. Simulate. Simulate. Yeah, well, man, we still got a lot of payload on this thing, too. This is carrying a big pile of sounding payload. Oh, that was extra dumb. So this is not at all going to be accurate as far as our downrange capabilities, but it will let us know if this is at all controllable. I mean, 1.26 off the pad, that's well within spec, I would say. Oh, yes, but avionics. Let's go fix that. And yeah, let's remove the sounding payload too while we're at it, shall we? Yeah, let's pull all of it. Pull all of it. EEX, really? It's like the second time today we've had to do that. And I mean, seriously, why would anybody want their fairings in stage 0? What's our total tonnage? 35 tons? No. That's all we got, really? Yeah, because I fired all those scientists. That was dumb. Up 35 tons now. 435.2. I'll take you out to there. There we go. And then we up the inner, just get rid of our excess mass. Let's walk it as far up as we can. You know any good recuver mods? Can't say I do, honestly. Generally, I just go with kind of like the stock bucket of what comes in the RSS RO real or the Express install kit, and I generally don't add anything after that. Rosoc, big boy. Save and simulate. Let's run this again. Recovery. Oh, no, I don't. Because stage recovery, I don't think works with it. God, what's the other one? Scrapyard? I'm not sure if that one works either. Honestly. Alright, good. We have avionics this time. Oh, buddy. Okay. Wow. This guy looks very angry today. Alright, pitch it in. Let's get you to 45 as quick as we can, because, man, when that TWR starts to pick up, it is going to pick the hell up. RP1, you can basically forget all mods that change gameplay. 99% chance they aren't compatible. Yeah. Because, yeah, RP1 changes so much that most other things just aren't gonna play nice. So really, kind of out of the box is the best way to experience it, in my opinion. Minute of burn time left, up to about 3 TWR. Mech jet. Oh wait, I was gonna add. We'll add that after we flame out stage 1 here. Come on, sweetie, you can do it. Get that nose down. Almost there. Well, let's get a little bit of altitude left in it. You get added to the solar system's outside curve in SOI. Well, those even I don't think those would cooperate, to be real honest with you. Alright. Coming up on engine flameout in 10 more seconds, so we can actually pitch this down. Oh yeah, we're already going to cross 140, so we can flatten this down as much as we like. Boom, there's flameout. SOI, Sol is in solar system. And to add as flags, near future mods, and janitor's closet. Yeah, janitor's closet. That's one that's very worth it to have, especially if you've got limited RAM. 3 megameter downrange. I'd perhaps-ish. Alright, custom window editor, orbit info, recorder, downrange distance, added. I would like you to push that nose down, but you're gonna tumble instead. I should, instead of dicking with the window, I should have done something entirely different. Let's just get that separated. Fire it. Fire it. Just go to town. Let's see what happens. Get more altitude. That'll work. You dummy. Aim for 40-degree pitch. I know. I was trying. Maybe I went a little low, but after flame out, it, you know, it wibbled a bit. It wibbled and wobbled. And this is not for the contract. This is just to kind of see what we're capable of. Yeah, what we're capable of. I'm just curious. And yeah, once again, I forgot to add my flags. Dang it. I should copy those over now while I'm thinking about it. I should have added plumbing to the top of that engine so it doesn't look so just completely janky. Alright, let's see what we are able to buy. 1.7, 2. I think, honestly, if we get the angle right, because we're at 2.7, if we get the angle right on that rocket, this should be able to do it. Looks like an oversized Diabolo. Let's just look at it from a different angle then. And yeah, we're gonna... Goodbye. Oh yeah, I forgot to... Boop. Plop. Alright, and revert. Do I want to try it again? No, I'm very confident this can do it. I just want to prove it now. Fire the orbital hula hoop! I think this can do it, but we can really milk those downrange contracts. Alright. SAS is armed, throttle is set to full, ignition. Clamps. Roswell. That's what caused the Roswell incident. They launched west. Oop, that's starting a little too soon. Alright, basically we're going to try to walk this down to 40 degrees as well as we can, and then we're just going to leave it the hell alone. Build in a little more altitude to this because it's going to start dropping that prograde vector down now that I have completely overdone the gravity turn. Eek. Alright, whoa, 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 yeah, let's not do that at this altitude. Jesus, I thought we were so much higher than we are. We are not. Alright, that's 40 degrees. Let's just leave it right here. Hopefully the TWR will scoop us up and adjust that prograde a little bit for us. Nope. What engines are you using? This is the RD, it's the RD100, but it's the RD103 config, which I have not paid money to unlock yet. We're just kind of testing with it running sims, obviously, denoted by the big simulation up here. It does pretty well. And yeah, the upper stage is the Soviet B. God, I forgot what it was called already. Something 1250. Thump, there's engine flame out. Let's get this a little higher in the atmosphere, maybe. Well, we're facing down prograde. We should probably just do this now. Stage it, ullage it, launch it. That window can go away. Our total downrange currently 130 kilometers with no payload. Looking pretty good. Go, you ridiculous donut. Probably add a bit of spin to... two couple secs before burnout. Oh, okay. Add a bit of spin a couple seconds before engine burnout. Yeah, to make sure that that last little bit of atmospheric pressure doesn't cause a little deviation wobble. Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty predictable and pretty well bang on. I mean, yeah, it couldn't hurt if we moved the spin motors down onto stage 1. Pop the fairings, spin it, well, if we try to spin the whole thing, we're going to need to exert a lot more torque to move that much more mass. Bakunk! Unleash the hula hoop! We're not using the Araby. Yeah, everybody uses the Araby. Engine has thrust vanes. It does have thrust vanes. When it flames out, the fin vanes do the fin thingy. Oh, you're saying that use the thrust vanes on the engine to spin it, not spin motors. Gotcha. I'm dumb. The Araby PowerPoint. And there's the halfway mark, and we're heading down. Ding. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get the 7 whatever downrange, but we're pretty close to 4. Don't think it'll hit 4 before it pops, but there we go. Revert to vehicle assembly building. So I guess we got to start building a launch pad for this dumb thing. Hey, you.
I brought this balloon back from Grandma's house.
Awesome. That was a cool balloon. It does works. So let's save it, and I guess we're gonna have to build a new LC for it anyway. Balloon! I know. Balloons are the best thing ever. go ahead and tool it. Wow, 10 grand, purchase all toolings. It's going to cost us, what, 50 grand to get the engine? Fine. Toolings purchased. Let's, well, I can't purchase the engine from up there. I have to come down here and do the thing, and you know what? Let's just do it this way. Click engine, 50 friggin' grand. Ouch! Oh, that hurt. So much money. Ouch, ouch, ouch. New LC. No. LC. I guess this is LC3. I hope you don't like your wallet. Never did. Alright, build it. And we hit save, and we'll bounce on out, and then do a downrange contract in the meantime, just to bump our rep up while we're waiting for that to build, and then while we're waiting for the rocket to build. So yeah, we got our advanced bios. We're going to have to hire some engineers at some point. Probably going to have to hire some researchers at some point. And we're building a new complex. That's why we're not making any money. Man, oh yeah, it's because we only got like 20 engineers working there. I fired the rest of them. Can you send a donut to space? Did we not just? Alright, hey, mission control available. That's the only thing we have available is X-Plane's Supersonic, which has to be... Yeah, no rocket engines allowed. Lame. Orbit, not space. Not yet. In no way can I do that yet. Alright, let's go ahead and warp to complete on our advanced bio here. And we'll run that one again. Roll it out. Warp to complete. Ding. Launch. Katanas were almost universally of garbage quality. The whole stereotype of folded steel was due to that being a technique by smiths to work some of the impurities out of the very impure Japanese steel, so it was actually usable. Yes. And if you use that technique on quality steel, I assume, because I don't know, I have no idea, I know nothing about metalworking, it makes a pretty dang good blade. So I don't know, it's amazing what you can do when you're forced to work with garbage. As anybody who's done the early stages of RSSRO RP1 knows. Makes high quality steel worse due to stress. Oh, interesting. Learned something new today. Alright, let's pull out the contract parameters here. Oh wait, no, we did take an experimental rocket planes contract. Alright, well I guess I know what we're doing when we come back. 180 downrange with 260. Oh, did I not edit this thing to have 260? I am so stupid. Can we... No, we have to do recover, and we have to recover to VAB. And it's going to take a long time to recover, but hey, we can go do our X-Planes contract. Those are fun. Hack to make shitty metal less shitty, but still not as good as good metal. Technique was basically useless to any European smith with a decent source of iron due to the trade-off. Interesting. Alright, prep for air launch. Do we have to retrain our crew? Mission X1. Lee Moss, Herbert James, start training. It won't take that long, so why not? Are we losing money now? Yep. Warp to complete. Oh good, that's the recovery. So now we have to go edit that one. 1 second, y'all. Lady Crash says hi. Sheer volume of random shit you know would be enough to fill at least one of the Great Lakes. The deep one? Warp to complete. Okay, that's good. Let's do our mounting and hope that we get a daylight launch. Good. Alright. And air launch, I guess. Yeah, 200 kilometers. What we had to do. Climb to 12.5. Now Herbert James. You went last time, so it's Lee Moss's turn. Give him a parachute just in case. Fill tanks and launch. Man, I used to know loads of random shit. It all had to go to make room for like how to do a job or how to do dumb shit around the house. Or just because my brain is slowly becoming defective. Alright, gear up. Atmospheric autopilot, let's get you primed and ready. Master switch engaged. We'll set the throttle to full in just a second. Bing. Throttle to full. Engine failure. Which one? We gotta shut down the equivalent. Shut down engine. Yep, it was bound to happen. Alright, climb, baby, climb. Go, go, go. You can still do it. We know you can. Reach 12.5 kilometers with a crewed vessel and go 320 meters per second between 10 kilometers and 12.5 kilometers altitude. Not a problem. Get her done, baby. Everyone is defective. Process of elimination. No, sometimes watching this channel so much. Other times I learn how not to land on Mars. I'm really good at not landing on Mars. I have a very specific skill set, and it's fucking up on Mars. Alright, there's 1200 coming up soonish. Climb, buddy, you can do it. Yep, there's 12.5. Alright, now we just gotta reach our speed target, so let's flatten you out just a bit. Oh wait, I have to get down to 12.5 now. Delphi reminds me of how not to land an orbital booster bit by SpaceX. Alright, let's roll back the throttle here. Thump, thump. I love, like, the flame out on those is just awesome looking. Yeah, we gotta get down to 12.5. Bing, there it is. Alright, now you can go. Boom, 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 boom! Full bore. Time to tear ass, friend. Yeah, unfortunately, because of your engine out, you're probably not going to break any speed records today. We're not going to go for an altitude record, but might as well push up a little bit so that we can use 30% more fuel for the other engines. Oh, yeah, sure, yes. Longer run time, but more dead weight. RP1 file, and I have to re-download it. Yeah, I mean, starting fresh is sometimes just the best way to get it to work. Yeah, burn, baby, burn. Alright, now we can just kind of like sit back and watch things get better. We'll try to level this out here now that we've eclipsed Mach 2 pretty easily. And still have another minute of burn time on these engines. I just don't want to land it when it's heavy, so it's better to get rid of all the fuel. Still climbing. Let's go ahead and try to bring that into something that approximates more level flight. It also means that our engine burn is going to exceed the time it's going to take us to get back to KSC, probably. Oh no, looks like we're going to have more of a glide this time. That's fine. 23 seconds a run. Maybe we actually can do this on a single approach. Yeah, how's our supersonic flight data going? Yeah, running. Another 18 minutes of that. And and coming up on flame out in 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright, yeah, we're a lot lower, so we're going to slow down. How do you delete a Kerbal? Edit the persistent file? Do not recommend, however. Alright, yeah, let's sink some altitude. Maybe we can flare the brakes without causing too much of a headache. Fire them at the floor. Easy as deleting an actual human. Oh my. Alright. 500 meters per second? Not bad. Yeah, so even with the decreased flare on the brakes, I think we've got enough approach time to make this okay. So let's start to trade some altitude in here. Yep, and that will just, no, we're still losing speed. That's good. Oh, I mean, we're still supersonic also. Not a big problem. Bleed off a little more of it. Whoop. Good enough. Yeah, and now we're picking up speed. We've hit that sweet spot. Alright. Yep. Let's physics warp on in here. Start to make our approach. We're going for the big runway over here, because I would like the extra leg room. Be real honest. Flatten this up a little bit. How do you fix RP1 if it stops downloading? You wait. It can take a long time to download. You just have to be patient with it. It might look like that bar's not moving, but I don't know. Go take a shower, make yourself something to eat, mow the lawn maybe. Come back and then it might be fixed by then. You never know. Alright, this probably means I have to go in and replace an engine. That makes me very unhappy. I don't want to have to replace an engine. It's at 99% and 0 downloading. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just cautious person and be like, well, if I hit a button now, it's gonna have to like remove everything and undo stuff, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm gonna go make a bagel and come back and see what happens. All right, let's get set up for approach. Let's flare the brakes out a bit. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we don't pick up too much speed on this. Look between the fins. Yeah, we're a little off angle, but okay. Brakes, brakes, brakes. There we go. That is a little bit more reasonable. I mean, a little bit, not entirely so. God, this thing just keeps speed no matter what we do. 140 meters per second across the ground. Let's drop the landing gear. Let's get over actually the runway. Let's make sure I'm pressing the right buttons. One last quick flare of the brakes, level it out. 124, just nice and easy, sweet pea. You can, wow, that was a little bit too much. I'm just going to let it touch down a little bit fast. Skirt, skirt, brakes, brakes, brakes. Beautiful. God, that runway is just super bright though. Maybe I should adjust the camera range. And perfect. Beautiful. God, I love it. Better than Harrison Ford on that landing. Is it too soon? You broke CCAN. You had to task manager it? Dude, wow. Alright. Nice. It's 43 days. We got a little more data in there. Excellent. We should probably hire in a couple researchers. Because we can actually put something in the science queue, can't we? Good things like avionics prototypes, or nope, can't do material era science yet, but we'll put it in the queue. We're not going to do anything with it yet. Isn't that better than Kobe did? Kobe wasn't flying the helicopter though, was he? Oh yeah, this is the one we need to edit. I'm like, why didn't we just roll this out? Because we have to put in more sounding payload. We have to change our Borg nipple. Alright. What does the contract specify? 260? Yeah, 260. So let's go ahead and make those changes. Bring up tank UI so we can keep a solid eye on it. Boom, boom, boom. Length, dink. Wow, that happened fast. 260.1239. I'll take it. Does that give us the check mark? Sounding payload of at least 260 units on the craft. It does not. Why not? Very good. It's over 5,000 flight hours on its pilot's license. Wow, really? Did not know that. Now it's not giving me the check even though I go way over. So 260.7, we'll just roll with that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, really? Really, friend? Boom, 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 boom. And save edits. It'll take 1 hour and 23 some odd something or others. Borked CCAN. I'll say I had to update CCAN a while ago because it was being difficult. Alright, get that complete, done, start the rollout. Sweet. How goes construction of our new site? Okay, that won't be ready until August 12th, 1953. We're currently in June, so it actually will be ready relatively soon. Alright, let's go ahead and launch this guy. This might be the last flight I can do tonight. I might wrap it up a little early. We actually had a lot of storms come through here last night and knocked down a bunch of trees in my neighborhood. We lost power for quite a while. I think our neighbor is still without power because a tree knocked out the power line between the pole and his house. But yeah, basically I've spent all morning lumberjacking. So everything hurts. I had sawdust and crevices I didn't know I had. Alright, let's pull this out so we can monitor things, but basically I think we know our flight plan already. SAS is armed, throttle is set to full, ignition, sweet, solid light, clamps, whoosh, flies off the pad, 1.8 TWR, because hell yeah. We should be able to, unless we, barring an engine failure or something else going tragically wrong, like my inability to fly anything ever, this should be a cakewalk. Tap 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 tap. 46 seconds of runtime remaining. Let's pull orbital info away from atmospheric autopilot so that I can keep an eye on things. We do have to cross 140 kilometers. Can cause the funny twice. Uh-oh. If it keeps that in mind. Yeah. Alright, let's try to get you a little closer to 45 degrees. Just a little bit closer, because yeah, we're going to walk past 140 without too much problem at all. engine flame out. Thump. Oh no, the tumble. Please let just enough air to keep you in that prograde vector. Just stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Oofda. Alright. Little too much. Maybe you can pitch back down now. Yeah. Punk, pop the fairings. Get ready for staging. Pop it. Burn it. Light it. Oh, we had a failure on one of our ullage motors, causing a wibbly wobble. Import RP1. Well, you're on a roll. Altitude of 140. Yeah, our downrange distance, we're already halfway there, and our engines are still running. We're going to get up to at least 187, even if our engine fails right at this moment. So I think we're looking pretty good for this contract. Whee! Go, baby, go. Alright, there's the 140 threshold. Yeah, man. Yeah, engine's still running. We're at 160 or 172. We're going to breeze past that 180 mark. Ba-doom, there it is. Stage it, just to get the extra little bump. Are you still running? No, let's arm the parachute. Yep, still running. Wow, we really have next to nothing on that thing, so... Ta-da! Need to re-download KSP. Ouch! Alright, let's toast our chickens. Ooh, overheat warning. Well, that was new. Who's unwinding the payload? That too. I got a half hour. What can we do in a half hour? I don't know. I don't really want to plot out my orbital rocket attempt stuff yet. So I feel like I want to spend some time on that. We did arm the parachutes, right? Yeah, we should find out. And yep, there they go. Excellent. Parachutes are out. Maybe try to refine your rocket design? Oh no, this rocket's perfect just the way it is. Won't get much more done in 30 minutes. That's fair. Say smart money, forward-thinking people would have built the new LC that's going to handle a 3,000 kilometer downrange. The 3,000 kilometer downrange rocket that we built was basically just the stretched version of this one with the RD-103. That should have been like the very bottom end of the range that pad was capable of. And we should have been able to upgrade it for, you know, something a whole lot bigger. A much larger LV down the road, so that we wouldn't have to build yet another launch pad to handle what is inevitably going to be our orbital rocket. Got it, first try, nice. Try to make try not to make pigeon. Nope, gotta make pigeon goo. There's a high market demand for goopy pigeons. And the small SRBs to chuck that thing even harder. Spring-loaded launch pad win. Give it a nice little kick. A kick in the pants. A kick in the pants. Alright. Boom. 631 parts. Boing. Yeah, that has got to be one hell of a loaded spring. Alright, yeah, we really only have, because the other pad's being built. You'll be done August 26th, 53. You'll be done August 12th, 53, and then we have to start building the rocket. So I think we'll probably have time in there somewhere to do 2 more of these just to get some points in before we move on to bigger and better things. So we'll hit duplicate there. Let's go take a contract and edit that one. Downrange LV difficult. All right, 410 sounding payload. Downrange of 160. Ooh, current rewards at 83% of its value. So we'll give it a little while to cool off. Experimental rocket planes early. No jet engines. That's right. All right. Oh, that's no jet engines. Derp, derp, derp. This is the one that we can do when our other one recovers. The series of 2, one of which has been completed. Launch crewed vessel to 15 kilometers. I mean, yeah, sure. Eh. But I think we'll take this one in a little bit. We're just gonna let the cool off hit so that we can get maximum payout. Enough to fire poor Jeb out of the moon. All right. No. All right, let's warp to complete. How are we doing for money? Ah, we're actually making money again. Oh, and the prime recovery is happening quite well. That'll take us to August. Oh, we're currently in June, so yeah, let's just go ahead and take the big warp. And let's go take the contract. Downrange difficult. Oh, this is different. 350 downrange to 170. Sure, why not? Let's give it a shot, right? Okay, and then so let's edit this little guy. Gotta go hit the hay. Right on, Dave. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. Yeah, so we'll just do this. Yeah, I mean, if we have time to speed through the launch, then maybe that's where we'll end it, but I don't have much faith in being able to accomplish a whole lot more this stream. Alright. Yeah. 350 units. Tank UI. Dink. Dink. Wow, we're getting really up there in size now. 350.6. Excellent. That is a chunky bear. Is that fairing gonna fit? Oh yeah, we got plenty of room in there. Clip them back on. Fix the daggone staging. And hit save edits. Carnass's own pigeon coop. Not yet. We are working on our capabilities so that we can drop goopified pigeons all over Carnassa. So sometimes he stops in here and says hi. He's a good dude, that one. Alright, LC3 is almost done, so we can start construction of our big boy. Ding. Alright. Let's go take care of that real quick. Alright, and open. Where's our sock big boy? Load. Switch to LC and go that way. LC3. Yep. Oh yeah, we have to. God, we need to hire more engineers. Add 1, 2 of them to the list. Leave. Yeah, it might take a little while with nobody building it. Staff. We'll hire. What's our current 159 per day? Let's go to engineers. Man, we're gonna run out of money. Let's hire 100. Throw them in there. What's our current now? That's still plus 22. We got. Oh, we do still have 20 researchers on staff. Look at us. Yeah, we'll get 20 more. Why not? Do we have any? No, we don't have any unassigned engineers. We've got 27 in the hangar, 112 at Complex 2. Okay. Those will have to get moved around at some point. So there's that. The first rocket here will be done January 10th of 1954. Not bad. Okay, so we'll go back to our advanced bio and we'll hit warp to complete. Ding! And we'll start the roll. Oh wait, did I take the contract? I did take the contract. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Warp to complete. And let's go ahead and knock this one out too. And then we'll probably have to shut down the stream. Alright, here we are. SAS is armed. Throttle is set to full. Let's bring out the contract here. 350 units, check. Oh no, I didn't check to see if we'd still have avionics. That might be a problem. Let's see what happens. Hey, we still got avionics. Look at that. Winning. Downrange to 170 kilometers. I think we should handle that. Go, baby, go. Lean into it, you feckless little missile. I'd say like 45 degrees might be a bit extreme, and I want to make sure we hit our altitude requirement with all this extra mass, so maybe we only lean it into like 60, 55-ish. Oh man, gorgeous sunrise. Oh, make Kerbal goo? No man, there's a stiff penalty for gooing Kerbals. Pigeons. Pigeons you can goo for free. Last 13 seconds of run on this engine. Let's hold it right at 45. I will not intentionally goo some Kerbals. I only have the 2. They're really expensive. Alright, there's flame out.
Papa, watch this.
Alright, I'm watching. She's blowing up a balloon. Alright, we are... Alright, we're right down the prograde and we're at a pretty good angle. Let's go ahead and get this done. Stage it, spin it, light it. Good to go. Brilliant. High five. Nice. There's a green splat in the KSP1 game textures. It is apparently not used anywhere. Highly disappoint. Alright, pigeons. What are we doing here? Running 0.3. Invalid situ, so we haven't crossed over yet. Ding, there it is. Now it's running. Oh, man, we've got 0.5 of the science of 44. I mean, once we can do orbital stuff. Oh, no! Engine failure. Okay. Contract complete. Stage it. Hey! We did have an engine failure today. Arm the parachute. So, we got that going for us. We got it out of the way. That's what really matters, right? Alright, y'all. Well, this is a good place to leave it with yet another contract in the books. We got 20 of them to check off here. So, uncrewed speed record, return, vessel complete, contract complete, program complete, contract complete, contract complete, contract complete. Boom. Yep. Lots of pay dirt in here. Contract parameter complete. Oh, but I hit the trash box button, so I guess we'll just never know. Fine. I had 2 zeros. Go for it. Alright, y'all. We're gonna just kind of let this fall. Let the payloads fall as they may. I'll probably switch it over, run the outro here in a little bit. We're gonna find another Kerbal streamer to raid. I really hope you will all stick around for that. This is a good week. We got lots of nice stuff done. Got to fly my X-plane. That always makes me very happy. So, yeah, I should be back next week. I don't foresee anything, but I think the week after that I will not be here. So there's that. But I'll know more in the coming weeks. And Nine's not streaming? Dang it. So yeah, let's see who is streaming. Linux is streaming. Oh, Malky's streaming. It's Space Engineers, but let's go say hi to Malky. I love that guy. So we'll go give Malky a raid. So, yeah, y'all tell him I said hi. I'm gonna go eat something. Take a little like shoulder massager thing, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I am exhausted. So right on, everybody. That's gonna do it for me this week. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next week. So until then, see you later.